Bonjour tout le monde, comment allez-vous? Welcome back to Sadhana's French class. Well, friends, I'm again back with a new topic for you, and that is pronominal verb. So, we are going to start with a new topic, but before I start, I want that kindly press the subscribe and like button, and after the class, let me know how did you like or not, and if you want something else, kindly tell me. Well, so we start. On commence. C'est parti. Well, friends, les verbes pronominaux or reflexive verbs. So what are these? Actually, these are the verbs. As you know, the verbs are the action words, and when someone does some action, some work, that is, and the words which show that action or work, we call it verb. All right, but the pronominal verb, here the action, the difference is that of course it is also action word, but the difference is that here the action happens on the doer itself. It reflects back to the doer. So that I have given the definition. Kindly open your notebook and your pen and start noting it down. The action of a reflexive verb is going back to the doer. In French, when taking care of yourself, you will most likely to be using a verb pronominal. The verbs which have sa prono reflexi before infinitive. Prono reflexi, or you can say in English reflexive pronoun. If you remember, and if you have watched my previous episodes, especially the episode Basic French, or the sub présente, where we teach how you can introduce yourself, or you tell your name, or you ask the other person's name, then you must have come across sa pehle, sa présente, etc. All right, those all were the pronominal verb. The infinitive, which is preceded by sa. This sa, you can see, I have highlighted it. All right, so this is it means self. So action happens or reflects back on the self of the doer itself. Okay, itself, self. Well, so we proceed with the further things. Well, friends, qu'est-ce qu'un pronom réfléchi or reflexive pronoun? What is pronoun réfléchi? Les pronoms réfléchis, the pronoun réfléchis or reflexive pronoun are used with the pronominal verb. We use them in the sense of oneself. On top, I have given the definition in French. So oneself in French you say soi-même. Soi-même. All right. And what are these? If you remember, sa présente. So these reflexive pronoun or prono reflexi, they accord the pronoun subject. Not accord, they change according to the pronoun subject. Okay. So you can see I have given in the highlighted is the prono reflexi sa, which is going to change with the prono sujet or pronoun subject. So with ja, this becomes ma or m apostrophe, means if after this verb starts with verb with vowel or h. All right. So then you can place m apostrophe. Otherwise, ma, ta, sa, nu, vu, sa. These are the reflexive pronoun which will precede the verb. whenever you see these, I mean the sa pele, sa presente, sa promenade, sa travailler, sa laver, there are lots of, okay, and I'm going to give you a list also of that. So m or m apostrophe with j pronoun subject, tu, the or the apostrophe with tu pronoun subject, sa with l o pronoun subject or s apostrophe, nu, it looks like same, but you will say nous nous appelons so and so, okay. So nous vous présentons, so we are introducing you. So the second nous in the sentence is the reflexive pronoun and the first nous is the pronoun subject. All right, vous is vous and third person plural is again like its singular brother. All right, so I hope that you have noted it down and have memorized it. I again repeat, ma, ta, sa, nu, vu, sa. Okay, well, here I have given you an image, a picture, and just to understand how this reflexive pronoun works with the verb. Okay, so you can see the girl is looking in the mirror and it is her own image, so action is happening back on her. Okay, so je me regarde dans le miroir, I look in the mirror. So what I am looking at the mirror, at myself, moi-même. Okay, so ma. All right, je me regarde. I hope it is clear to you now. Another image, je me demande si ces boucles d'oreilles me vont bien. I ask if these earrings go well with me. See, je me. She is asking herself, maybe she's just thinking that this earring will, when you get dressed up, so many times you try one or the other, or you think whether it is looking nice on you or not. All right, so je me regarde, je me demande si ces boucles d'oreilles me vont bien. I ask if these earrings go well with me. Another image for you to learn. Le vendeur s'empresse de m'aider. Le vendeur s'empresse de m'aider. The salesman insists to help me. So she is being helped by this salesman. Okay, so the help is reflecting back on the subject itself. All right. Well, another example with the picture. The girl is sleeping, so I have used mettre verb. Example, elle se met. This is mettre verb, to put. Ou lit. Lit means bed. She puts herself on the bed. Elle, here you can see, se met ou lit. All right. So the action is happening on herself itself. All right. So se, herself here. Elle se met au lit. Elle se met au lit. She puts herself on the bed. Well, friends, for you, I have chosen one verb, pronominal verb, se réveiller. So, what you do when the very first thing in the morning is waking up, isn't it so? So, I have chosen this verb for you. All right, se réveiller, to wake up. So, again, I have highlighted the prono reflexive or reflexive pronoun so that it just you memorize. By then I end my class, you will be memorizing it, I think so. Okay, so je me réveille, I wake up or I'm waking up. Chutarhavai, you are waking, or you are waking yourself also, you can say literally. But in English, when you will say I wake up or I'm waking up. On sa réveille. So he, she, it is waking up or wakes up. Alright? Nous nous réveillons, we are waking up or we wake up. Vous vous réveillez, you wake up or you are waking up. Elle se réveille. See, there is only one thing with the pronominal verb. It is er. The infinitive, if you look at it, réveiller ending into er, it is to be conjugated as regular er. Alright. So what are the terminations of er regular verbs? These are s, ons. In the end termination, you can look at it, ez and ent. The only thing what is different from er regular verb is the pronoun, reflexive pronoun or prono reflexive. So with j, ma, with you, the, with third person singular, sa, with nu, nu, with wu, wu, and third person plural again, sa. Alright, so I have made two sentences for you. You can just go through it. Il se réveille tôt le matin. So he wakes up. Tôt means early. Le matin, in morning. He wakes up early in morning. Alright. Normalement, vous vous réveillez tard. Normally, you wake up late. Maybe you go late for the office or for your work, or maybe it is a weekend, the day of weekend. So, but normalement means you are talking about weekdays, okay? And one more thing, students and friends, of course, the pronominal verbs basically are used to describe your daily routine, a typical day, la journée typique. Or you can say la journée particulière. Okay, so a particular day, every day, what you do routinely. So normally or usually, d'habitude or normalement, both are you can use these words. Alright, so normally or by habit, routinely what we do, weekdays we get up at same time. We do with the hour. Okay, how we do morning, suppose someone gets up at 6 o'clock because one has to reach in the office at 7:30 or so, so quickly one will get ready, prepare the tiffin or breakfast, whatever the other things will try to finish besides getting ready. So when we describe the day, everyday routine day, going to the office, coming back, then again preparing the dinner, and maybe watching TV or whatever activities all day you do, that you describe with these pronominal verbs. Most of them are pronominal verbs which are used in describing the typical day, one routine day. La journée typique. Typique don't take in the sense of English, alright. Typique means yes, routine. Particular means particularly what you do every day. Alright. So this is the main purpose of learning pronominal or reflexive verb. So I proceed further, the next PPT. Here I have given you a list of some of the most used which you can use every day verbs, pronominal verbs with meaning. So please note them down in your notebook. Se endormir, to fall asleep. Se lever, most of them students, I must tell, most of them they end into er, but some of them are ir, and most of these verbs are taken as their respective group as regular. But yes, I have given one or two, if I remember, one of course very important verb I have given, that is irregular, totally irregular. Okay, and that I am going to teach you in my next PPT. Okay, so first let me read it. Se Zondormir, to fall asleep. Salave, to get up. Salave. Students, please note it down. There is difference of only one letter. In salave, you can see O, and in salave, A. But the meaning is not only meaning is different, even the conjugation is different. Though of course done with ER, but this one, salave, second one is irregular, spelling irregularity. It takes the accent. And I have taken this verb. I will tell you how we conjugate. Salave, you just conjugate it as pure regular ER verb. Zabaye, to dress oneself. Sahaze, to shave oneself. Sakwafe, to comb oneself or do a hairstyle. Sakushi, to go to bed. Samakaye, well, girls and women, for you. Samakaye, to do makeup on oneself. Sahugarde, to look at oneself. See, hugarde verb, it is not, if you just remove the sa, it will remain just normal infinitive. Rugarde, to look, to watch. But the moment you say sa rugarde, it becomes reciprocal. Here action happens on each other. We looked at each other. You say it in English. So sa rugarde, in that sense, to look at oneself or to look at each other. Here first as reflexive, to look at oneself. As reciprocal, to look at each other. Alright. Sanuye, to get bored. Sinstale, to settle down. You go to some new place and you get settled down there, or maybe new working atmosphere, new office, you get settled down, then you use this verb. Alright. Sadushe, to take shower. Sabhase, to brush. To brush your hair or your teeth. For both you will use this verb. Alright. Sa prepare, to prepare oneself. Prepare is normal infinitive also. To prepare. To prepare oneself, just place sa, and then when you conjugate, according to pronoun subject, change the reflexive as you are being told. Okay. Sa music, to have fun. This is another very good verb, and many times you say that we are having fun. So, nous nous amusons bien. Alright. So, next PPT. Yes. Here it is. One of the difficult and completely irregular verb. Means it is, you cannot bind it into some pattern. It does not follow any pattern. Okay. So, sa ase, war, to sit down, and we use it like students, for you. When you when a teacher enters the class, what she says, you all stand up and she says, "Asseyez-vous" in French class. Sit down, please. All right. So this is the verb, asseyez-vous. Of course, it is imperative form. Here I am teaching you indicative. All right. So I'm soon going to make an episode on imperative also. You will have it soon. Okay. So I must read it. Jama asid, tuta asid, il al on sa asiye. Nous nous asseyons, vous asseyez, ils asseyent. Well, friends, you are supposed to memorize it, but I can give you a tip how you memorize it. So, well, just wait. I will take my stilo and I will explain it to you. Well, students, so what we do here, this is my tip for memorizing this difficult verb. Actually, is done. It was earlier. It was used to do in two pattern. One is now obsolete. This one is in working, and you must learn this one. So how you read? Just this one we take and this much we remove. Okay. So root, as a root, just remember, because this will be common for all. A-double-S. For the singulars, what you can learn, just add I, E. See, here it is E-O-I-R. So we have removed this. What we have removed? E-O-I-R. All right. So what we are going to place now, this I-E-D-S. Just memorize this. This is common for all. So when you make it and then you place the reflexive. Okay. Ma asid, chuma asid, tuta asid. Again same. You just place this. You read this, and then what you are going to place this when you join it. This is for your to understand. Like, let me write it. Asid, then asid. Okay. But for the third person, the same rule, but do not place S. Okay. Same thing. This. And we will not pronounce also. Okay. So jama asid, tuta asid, ilasa asid. For plural, the rule is, there is no rule of course, but how you remember, again I said this is common. So here you will write no, and you will take the common supposed to be a root in my dictionary, not in other books. Please, this is not a rule, but just to make you learn, I have just created. Okay. So then what we are going to do, if you look at the terminations, these are O-N-S-E-Z-E-N-T, regular ER. But before that, what we are placing? Plus EY plus ER, regular ending. Regular ending. All right. So how we make this new one? Common as root what we have taken. Then what we are going to add? And ONS. Nu za sayo. For the vu also the same thing. Common this. Then EY. But the termination for ER regular is at vu za saye. And when we use it as a command, as not indicative, as an imperative, asaye vu, sit down. Asaye vu silvu play, sit down please. Alright. So these we use in imperative too. Then third person again, you will do same thing. Just place EY and the ending is ENT. If you remember this verb is very easy for you and you are not going to make any mistake in learning it. So I just read it for you. Sa sawar, to sit down. Chuma asid, tuta asid, ilal osa asi. Nunu zasayo, vuvu zasaye, il zasiye. All right. Well, students, I have chosen from the list, the verb list which I have earlier mentioned to you, shown to you in my one of the PPT. This verb is, this pronominal reflexive verb is salave. Okay. Salave means to get up. Sarhavaye you have learned to wake up, and this means to get up. So it looks like it is ER ending and we will conjugate it as ER regular. But the only thing is that when we conjugate it, the three of the single pronoun subject, a singular pronoun subject, and the third person plural pronoun subject, it takes an accent draw. And because of that, it comes into the group of irregular verb. The irregularity of what? The spelling, because accents are part of the spelling. All right. So here we place, if you can look at the first O, premier O of this lave. In infinitive, you see there is no accent, but the moment we conjugate, you can see jomalla, there is accent grav. Okay. So rest all we will do, all the terminations are ER regular, and you just keep placing the respective prono reflexive and conjugate the infinitive as ER regular. Just place accent grave on first E. Okay. Nu and vu ko chhodkar, leave the nu and vu. All right. Leave the nu and vu. Rest all pronoun subjects, just place accent grave. So I read it for you. Jumalla, tutalla, ilal sala, nunu lavo, vuvu lave, illels love. Okay, I have given you two examples here. Jum love tar lu dimanche. I get up late on Sundays. Nunu kusho to we go to bed early. To means early, tar means late. Alright. And you know the meaning of salave, and it is conjugated dimanche, Sunday. Okay. So we move to the next PPT. Till now you were learning the affirmative form in present indicative of affirmative sentences. All right, now we are going to learn reflexive verb with negation, how we do the negation with in reflexive verb. Okay, so les verbes pronominaux et négation, please note it down. The verb pronominal and negation. The negation for reflexive verb works same as the normal single negation. All right, the n comes before the verb and pa comes after the verb. Same rule in simple negation also. N and pa in between conjugated verb. Same thing is here. The thing is, which worries the student, where we place the reflexive reflexive or reflexive pronoun, which is part of the verb, pronominal verb. Okay, so here I have given you a rule. Prono reflexive precedes the verb. La règle means the rule. See here, I have just make it with the arrows. Just remember the order and you are not going to make any mistake. So first subject I have not written, but yes, we start the sentence with the subject. So sujet or subject, no. Then prono reflexive or reflexive pronoun, mata, sa, nu, vu, sa. Whichever the pronoun subject is, accordingly you can place the prono reflexive, then conjugated verb, and after that you will place pa. Is that clear? I hope you have noted it down. So to my next, I have made some images so that you can understand this theory, this rule. Okay, well, here you can see the image. J, n, m. First subject, then n, then prono reflexive, then conjugated verb, pa, and rest all parts of that sentence which comes. So, je ne me sens pas bien. I'm not feeling well. Bien, well. Sens is sentir, IR group verb. Okay, to feel or to smell, both meaning. Here it means feel. Je ne me sens pas bien. I don't feel well. Another, sa fâché verb. It is sa fâché, ending is er, and conjugated form you can see. Chez moi, I have used on prono sujet here because most of the time we use another je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous. Very I haven't used on, so that this also takes sa, so that's why I have taken it. Chez moi on ne se fâche pas facilement. At my place, chez moi, at my place, on means one, here it means one. Ne se fâche, one does not get angry easily. Facilement, easily. Alright, se fâche, to get annoyed or angry. Alright, so we come to the next PPT, les verbes réciprocal. So you must be wondering what it is. So far I have been telling you pronominal, reflexive, the same. Even the reciprocals are also the same with prono reflexive, so, and they, when we conjugate, they will take the change, reflexive will change according to the pronoun subject. Okay, but reciprocal, what is the difference between reflexive and reciprocal? In reflexive, the action happens on the doer itself. In reciprocal, it happens, the action falls back or reflects back on each other, means there has to be another person, more than one. Alright, so each other when you say. In reflexive, it's oneself. In reciprocal, on each other. Okay, so here it is. Reciprocal verbs are another use of pronominal verb. These verbs don't turn the action back to their doer. They happen on each other. They engage the doer in a reciprocal action with somebody else. Okay, this is the difference. Doing the same things means somebody else is also, like someone is fighting. So one hits the another one, another hits him. Okay, or her. So that is the same action they are doing on each other. Okay. So here I have given you one, of course not fighting one, I have given you the good one. Fighting is not a good thing. Okay. So nu, vu, sa. When we say on each other, so naturally it's not singular, it goes plural. Okay. That's why I have written nu, vu and sa for third person plural. Are equivalent to each other or one another. Are equal to each other or one another. So you can see nous aimons l'un et l'autre. We love each other. Okay. Nous aimons. This is aimer verb. So s'aimer, S apostrophe aimer, you can just say s'aimer. So nous aimons l'un l'autre. We love each other. Another, I have given another image for you to understand it better how it becomes reciprocal, but it's part of pronominal verb. These all are pronominal verb, only their action is different. Okay. Les verbes réciproques or réciprocal. Cessez de vous battre comme des gamins. Stop fighting like kids. Gamma, kids. Okay, so this image tells you a lot of things. Woo woo, they are fingering at each other and fighting. Il se bat, I have used the third person plural here. They are fighting. L'un contre l'autre, they fight or they are fighting each other. Here it means each other or one another, they are fighting with each other. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. So some common reciprocal verbs, I have just taken out some which is very common and useful to you all. So kindly note it down in your notebook. I have given the meaning also. I will read one by one. S'embrasser, to embrace one another or kiss each other. Se téléphoner, to call each other. Se parler. You have learned parler verb as regular ER group verb, means to speak. Se parler, to talk each other. Okay. Se entraider, to help each other. Aider, to help. Se entraider, to help each other. Okay. Se air means to hate. So air, if you use as infinitive without se pronoun reflexive, then to hate. But when you use with the se reciprocal, it becomes to hate each other. Se mettre ensemble. When you do some job together, 2 or 3 people, so you use this verb, se mettre ensemble, to pair up or to team up. S'entretuer, to kill each other. S'engueuler means yell at each other or shout at each other. S'entendre means to get along well. Bien you can use, I have written in bracket. Okay. S'entendre bien, to get along well. Se défier, to challenge each other. Okay. Savoir, to see each other. Se regarder, to look at each other. Regarder you have learned as infinitive, regular ER group verb, but the moment you place a reflexive pronoun, it becomes reciprocal or reflexive verb. You can say it reflexive also, but here the action will happen on each other, so that's why reciprocal, but it is same like pronominal. Okay. Well, mettez au négatif des verbes entre parenthèses. Put these sentences and these verbs in parentheses, in brackets, to the negative. Alright, so let's do it together. Well, students, so let us do some exercises. Till now we were doing the affirmative sentences. We were learning pronominal affirmative sentences. So now we do the negative, and I have told you the rule. So you should remember that. Take out your notebook, kindly note down. We will do together all these exercises. I have given you 5 sentences here. The verbs are in brackets, so we will just do them into negation. So first sentence is se souvenir de, to remember, to remember. So with j, first the subject, you remember the rule, then what we will place, na, then pronoun reflexive or reflexive pronoun, with ja what it is, ma, then we will conjugate the verb, it will be conjugated like one ear, okay, so souviens, and then pa, after that pa will come, okay. So je ne me souviens pas de ta sœur, okay. My board is a little small, so I'm just putting it here. The is different, separate, okay. Je ne me souviens pas de ta sœur, okay. So let us make the second one. Se sentir, to feel. Vous and bien. So we will change it according. So vous, then what we are going to place, ne, then with vous pronoun reflexive, vous, this is subject and this vous is reflexive pronoun. Then what we will do, we will conjugate the infinitive verb, okay. So sentir, sente, sente, then pas, bien. Vous ne vous sentez pas bien, you're not feeling well, all right. Ça dépêcher, this is another verb which we use as imperative daily. In fact, at home daily you do do's and don'ts. Your parents keep telling you do this or don't do that. It's all imperative, and when I make an episode, then again I will come back to these verbs, all right. Some of them, hurry up, dépêchez-vous, this means hurry up. Next one is sankite, don't worry, etc. all right. But so far here we are going to make the whole sentence. We are doing the present indicative tense of pronominal verb into negative, yes, of course. So the pronoun subject is L, then again na, it will be there always. Then pronoun reflexive, it is always se with third person. Dépêcher, you just conjugate it like er regular, na se, dépêche, ent, then pas. Il ne se dépêche pas, they are not hurrying up, okay, so they are going to be late, all right. S'inquiéter, to worry. So negation, don't worry. You are going to learn that. Isn't it interesting? Yes, it is. So je, what we are going to write here? Ne. What is the pronoun pronoun reflexive or reflexive pronoun? Is me. By now I think you have memorized. Then what we will do? Inquiéter, like any er regular verb, we will do it. Okay. And one thing, we should not use this e. Okay, let me rub it off. Otonde. Because verb starts with vowel. Okay. So je ne me apostrophe inquiète, m'inquiète. Inquiète. This will be conjugated according to je only, okay. Je ne m'inquiète pas. I'm not worrying. Well, this fifth one is little bit different. We are going to do it differently. If you look at it, the verb is se disputer, to dispute or fight. You can see with pronoun subject there is already one verb conjugated, and this verb is pouvoir, irregular verb. It means can or able to. Here it means ici il peut, means here they can. So when there is a rule in a verb, in a sentence, in French, in a sentence, if there are more than one verb, only the first verb is being conjugated, not the second or third. If there is another one, we don't conjugate, they are being placed as infinitive only. Okay, so here also the pronominal verb we will place as infinitive. We will not conjugate this because pouvoir verb is already being conjugated here. So what, but the catch is this prono-reflexive or reflexive pronoun, this will change according to the pronoun subject. And here the pronoun subject is third person plural. So let's make the sentence here. Il, then what we will place? Na, conjugated verb is po, pa, s, dispute. For the it is for third person, the reflexive pronoun is sa. If it had been wu or nu, we would have placed wu or nu. Okay, sa, dispute. This will be put as infinitive. Sa, dispute. Okay, so il ne peut pas se disputer. They cannot fight each other. So I will just tell the meaning. Je ne me souviens pas de ta sœur. I don't remember your sister. Vous ne vous sentez pas bien. You're not feeling well. Il ne se dépêche pas. They are not hurrying up. Je ne m'inquiète pas. I'm not worrying. Il ne peut pas se disputer. They are unable to fight each other, or they cannot fight each other. Okay? Well, so you have learned affirmative, pronominal, affirmative, pronominal, negative, and now comes the interrogative. L'interrogative, the reflexive or pronominal verb. In the interrogative form, the reflexive pronoun or prono-reflexive remains before the verb only. Only thing, the change is the subject follows after. When we are doing the inversion type of questioning, so I have given class on this, I have made an episode on interrogation also. You can go to YouTube and watch that episode, alright. So we have the different type of questioning. Okay, so inversion type is that the verb goes first and then subject follows it. Means we just exchange their places, verb and subject. Okay, so when verb goes before the subject means prono-reflexive also goes before verb. So that is the only the subject goes after. Mot de question means any question word. Comme pourquoi. Pourquoi means why, or quand, or o, or comment. Any question word we can place, so we can place before. Okay, or if it is not there, it is not necessary that word, then we can just place the verb itself. All right, plus prono-reflexive plus verb plus subject. This order you should remember. Prono-reflexive, reflexive pronoun, conjugated verb, and then hyphen, place a hyphen and subject. All right, in interrogative of pronominal, because the whole problem is students get confused where to place the prono-reflexive. So I am going to give you some examples. Let us check it. Here I have given you some examples. Comment vous appelez-vous? I have highlighted these are the reflexive. Okay, so comment is interrogative word, then prono-reflexive, after conjugated verb place an hyphen and vous. Comment vous appelez-vous? What is your name? In Sapresente episode where I have given the lesson on Sapresente introduction, I have taught you all this. You can go and watch it. Okay. Pourquoi te couches? Here te is prono-reflexive of tu. So see, the subject is after the verb and prono-reflexive is before the verb. So you remember the order, placing order. You are not going to make mistake. Okay. Pourquoi, your interrogative word. Pourquoi te couches-tu si tard? Why do you go to sleep so late? À quelle heure vous levez-vous? What time you are getting up? Okay. In case of intonation or S, this is another type of questioning. This is a standard inversion. Okay, so use it more and more. Tu t'amuses bien. This is intonation. Just we have placed the question mark. Okay, so here the reflexive will follow, will precede the verb. So subject, then reflexive pronoun, and the verb conjugated in with this pronoun subject. Tu t'amuses bien. Intonation. We raise the tone to a simple sentence and we place a question mark. Okay, you can the same you can make it with ask addition type of questioning. Add ask before this sentence and yes, voila, the interrogation is done. Est-ce que tu t'amuses bien? Are you having fun? Both meaning is same in fact. Okay, so let's learn the imperative form. In the imperative form, the pronoun reflexive or reflexive pronoun is placed after the verb. See, right, till now I was telling you it is always placed before the verb. But in imperative, this is not indicative. In indicative form, you place the reflexive verb before the verb. In imperative form, we place the reflexive pronoun after the verb. Okay, so just remember it. We are learning imperative form also. In the imperative form, the pronoun reflexive is placed after the verb followed by a hyphen. In the affirmative only, when imperative is affirmative, not negation. In negation, it comes back to its own original place, that is, it precedes the verb. Okay, so these two things you should remember. If it is affirmative, what you are going to do? You are keeping it after the verb with the hyphen in between. When it is negative, it will come back to its original place, that is before the verb. Alright, these two things if you remember, the imperative form, you will never make a mistake. Okay, so here, but in negative it is placed before the verb as it is always, and you have learned negative also, so you know it is in negation, we place it before, even in imperative form. So, and of course, when we do imperative, we just use three pronoun subject, that is tu, nu and vu. So, nu and vu pronoun reflexive is the same nu vu, but for tu, the ta changes into toi. Ta changes into toi. Okay? Love toi, affirmative. Love toi, get up. Command, okay? Love, see, conjugated verb hai. This is, and yes, in imperative form, when I will tell you, I have not used S here. In ER group, when we make imperative form, we do not place into S ending. Okay, we just place E. Okay, so I will give you this imperative form in detail. I'll make one episode. Love toi, get up. So negation, this toi again will become ta and it will come back before the verb. Ne te lave pas, don't get up. Lavons-nous, let's get up. When you are supposed to say let's in French, just use nous form and place it after. Lavons-nous, let's get up. You can see the hyphen and conjugated in nous form and reflexive. This is reflexive. In imperative form, we do not use subject. Okay? So there is no subject. This is one of the things. Na nous lavons pas. Let's not get up. Lavez-vous, get up, the same. This is vous, this is also you. Ne vous lavez pas, don't get up. In infinitive, the reflexive verb keeps its reflexive pronoun. Okay? So infinitive, we keep it just like that. So next is, in infinitive, the reflexive verb keeps its reflexive pronoun, that is pronoun reflexive. Je me lève tard, I get up late. J'aime me lever tard. So if it is, just now I had told you when we were doing negation, there is more than one verb or pronominal verb is the second verb, do not conjugate it. Only thing, the reflexive pronoun, it will change. It will be same as the pronoun subject. Okay, like with je we make it ma, but the verb will not conjugate. Okay, so Jamal Avtar, it is just normal pronominal verb. But Jemmalavetar, there is ma verb which is conjugated already, and salave we are using as infinitive. See, it has not been conjugated, only what the reflexive has changed into ma. Jemmalavetar, I like to get up late. Nunu kusho, normal pronominal reflexive verb, we go to sleep. Nu vulo nu kushe, vouloir verb, irregular verb, means to want. So we want to go to sleep. Sa kushe, the verb is sa kushe, but this sa reflexive changes into nu according to pronoun subject, but we don't conjugate the verb infinitive. All right. Il sa distre, he is enjoying himself. So what change? This is normal. Then when it is used as second verb, il se, sa distre, se verb, irregular verb. It means to know. So he knows how to enjoy himself. Okay. So il se, sa, with third person singular, the pronoun reflexive is sa. And with infinitive also it is sa. So don't get confused. It has just conjugated according to pronoun subject. But this verb infinitive will not conjugate. It has changed pronoun reflexive according to pronoun subject. Alright. So il se, sa distre, he knows how to enjoy himself. Vous amusez, normal pronominal verb, you are having fun. Vous allez vous amuser, you are going to have fun. Alright, so here aller verb means to go, irregular verb, it is conjugated. So pronominal verb we will not conjugate, infinitive will remain same, only the pronoun reflexive will change. Okay, according to the pronoun subject. Vous allez vous amuser. Okay. Well, so another thing which I thought I must include with your pronominal verb, in impersonal verb, there are some impersonal verbs, that is falloir, it is impersonal. It does not get, impersonal means it is conjugated with only third person singular il, not even l. Okay, and here it does not mean he, here it means it. Il faut que, it is necessary, that. Il est impossible, it is impossible. So such as il faut que, il est impossible, or when stating a general rule, the reflexive pronoun is sa. Okay, so il ne faut pas s'asseoir, one must not sit down here. Okay, so since il is third person singular, though meaning is it, not he, il ne faut pas s'asseoir, negation we have made with impersonal verb, one must not sit down here. Ils sont amusants, they are so funny or funny. Il est impossible de se nouer avec eux, it is impossible to be bored with them. So you see S, since it starts with vowel, so S apostrophe, but otherwise this is sa pronoun reflexive. Okay, so the one thing, as in the beginning I had told, these pronominal verbs, there we practice them in daily routine when we talk or we describe our routine, everyday routine, what we do. Okay, parler de ses activités quotidiennes means daily. Une journée typique or particular. So a daily routine day of someone, what someone does. So here I have taken one extra for you. You can just, I will read it for you. And some old lady who's Pauline, elle s'appelle Pauline, elle a 65 ans, and elle est retraite. She is retired. Okay, so what she does every day, she is telling. I will read it for you. You can read it carefully, and please note it down, okay, how you can describe your own journée typique. Okay, je vis seul, I live alone. Heureusement, j'ai la télé, gladly that I have a television. Chaque matin, every morning. Jamar Hawaii war sis or idemi. I wake up around 6:30. Okay. Dabor Jama prepare first. Dabor means first. Jama prepare. I get ready. Pui je prepamo pati de june. See, I have purposely used sa prepare and prepare verb. This is pronominal and this is normal infinitive regular. Okay. So Jamma prepare, I prepare, I get ready, means I prepare myself, like you take shower and you do the morning toiletry things, all right. So Jamma prepare, pui jab prepare mo pati de june, then I prepare my breakfast. Pati de june breakfast. After jalum matele, I switch on, allume ER group word, my television. Pati de june, and I take my breakfast. Devo lupati ekra means TV screen. Okay. Jarugard. See, I had given you in reciprocal sarugarde, but here it is used as infinitive. Okay. Je regarde les informations, puis il y a le téléachat. So she says that she looks at the daily news, what comes in a quick way. She gets all the information like weather and other things. Then, puis means then, there is a tele shopping. Chador sa, I love that. L'après-midi, in afternoon, je mo fito. Fito means the serials. She watches some serial, okay? Aduza, 2 hours. Je regarde les actualités. I watch news. Puis je choisis un bon film. Then I choose a good film ou un documentaire intéressant or any interesting documentary. Le soir, in the evening, what she does? See, she's telling from morning till she will go to bed. Okay, that is une journée typique. Okay, so in evening what she does? Le soir, je vais au parc ou je me promène. I go to the park or I walk. Ça promener verb. Puis, je vais au marché. Then I go to the market. J'achète des fruits et légumes. I buy fruits and vegetables. Après, je fais des courses. Then I do grocery shopping. Je rentre chez moi. And she returns back at her place. Je prépare mon dîner. Then again she prepares her dinner. Et après le dîner, je lis un bon roman. I read a good novel. Ou je regarde la télé. Or I watch the TV. Enfin, finally, another Jamma couche. At 9 o'clock, I go to bed. Alright. So see, since morning 6:30 till she goes to bed, many of the pronominal verbs being used in this description. Okay. So, what you noticed? There was a frequency, regularity at some time interval every day what you do. So some of the words we use, okay, some technical words you can say we use, like you learn dabor, pui. Dabor means first. So the first sentence you can start with dabor, and the last sentence enfin jamakush. So finally, in the end, the means day is ending, and that's last activity, and one goes to the bed. So enfin. But in between, when you are describing, you use many other words like puis, après, suivant. There are many, ensuite. We can use all these in between. Okay, then you tell that, you specify the time. Okay, morning, evening, which time of the day also you tell. Because a particular day you are talking, morning, afternoon, evening, etc. Alright. So here is first example for you. Tous les jours, elle va chercher. Tous les jours, every day. Exprimer la régularité et la fréquence. Frequency क्या है? Every day, often, sometimes, quelquefois, toujours, always. These all are the frequencies or regular in the pattern. But regular you do at what frequency? Some day, some work. Okay. So tous les jours elle va chercher les enfants à l'école were on her throne. Every day she goes to pick the children towards or around 11:30. Le soir, in the evening. So means when every day you do routinely some work, you just add these kind of words which tell the frequency. Okay. Le soir, elle fait le ménage. In the evening means every day she must be doing. Elle fait le ménage means she does the household work. Elle range les chambres, she tidies the rooms. Chaque matin, every morning, elle prépare le petit déjeuner pour la famille. Every morning she prepares breakfast for the family. Okay. So these are the words which you should use. Souvent, elle doit courir pour prendre le bus. Often, souvent, she has to run to take the bus because she does so many things in the home and then she is going for work, so she has to run because the time matters. Often, otherwise she will miss the bus. Often she has to run to take the bus. D'habitude, normalement or d'habitude, these both words you can use when you say normally, or by habit means usually. When you want to say usually, d'habitude. Elle fait la vaisselle, she does the vessels means she washes her utensils. Okay. Pendant que son mari lit le journal, whereas her husband reads the newspaper. So she is working and is reading the newspaper. This is the daily routine thing for them. Well, students, so today's class I'm binding up. I'm closing it up. I have, I think, used all the things which you should know. I have tried to cover up in detail this topic, and I hope that you have understood it well and you are going to use it for your describing your daily routine, or you will do your exam quite well. Okay. So till my next episode, see you soon. Okay. Bye bye.